Welcome here to the second call of this year, 2025, for the Live Younger Success Team group. We are recording this session because we want the rest of you who can't join us to be able to listen in. So I'm your host, Judy Friesen, and I'm a director. Pete is my sponsor, and I am here to help to guide our time together. We are so glad that you've taken the time out to come. And we want this call to be something that will be inspiring, a call that will allow us to hear some of the incredible things that LifeWave patch technology is doing in people's lives. We always need a little shot in the arm. I do, I know I do. And I always love hearing what these patches do for people. It increases not only our believability, but it also increases our heart, because our hearts want to be full so that we can go out and share that with other people and not make any apologies why we are sharing it. Some people will say no or not right now, but many people will say yes, and we're changing lives. So welcome to those who have just joined us since we started. I see Tim Clausen, and I see Giselle that joined us, and Jacob and Shirley Gross. Thank you so much. And my it guy, Rob, I have no idea who you are. Do you want to just tell me what your first name is? The person whose name shows up as myitguyrob.com. You can unmute if you want to and give us your name.
That's IT Guy Rob.
And your first name, Rob. Good.
Rob. Yeah.
Welcome here. Welcome here.
Thank you.
Right. Well, you know what? Pete asked me to kick off this call with a little bit about what's going on in my world as one of the directors here. And since really early January, my husband and I have been down here in Palm Springs, California, where we always come for 2 months each year. The first time we came, it was when LifeWave was kind of halfway shut down in Canada. We didn't have a lot of our patches. And Kai had given me the great idea to say, well, why don't you go fish in a different pond? If you can't really do much and sign up people in Canada, why don't you go somewhere where you can? So sure enough, it worked out. And the first year, I think I signed up a record 13 or 14 people in the 2 months that I was there. And we just talked about it every time we went to a cooking class or a painting class or a pickleball game. We shared it. And so I'm down here again for the third year in a row. And this time I've been taking time to really deal with people's questions and some of their concerns who did sign up last year. Because you know what? Sometimes we have to slow down from signing up and make sure that we take good care of our existing brand partners and customers. And that is called closing the back door. We bring them in, but we don't want them to exit because they haven't had their questions answered or they haven't had a good result. So I've had lots of wonderful conversations that has made a difference. And I encourage all of you to do that when you have talked to somebody, don't forget about them because you're moving on to the next person. But I've also had an opportunity to sign up 3 people. So I'm kind of averaging 1 per week, which is the pace that I think I can deal with, because there are lots of seeds being sown in the meantime. So I've got 3 or 4 other people that are right around the corner, and one we're getting together with them tonight. So just wanted to share that my success isn't as crazy as last time, but we all have to take 1 step at a time and let that seed that we plant germinate, not rush it, not push it, but just keep giving little dribbles of information here and there, checking in with people, getting to know them and their families. And sure enough, they start to trust you, and they do end up saying yes. So I'm wanting to encourage all of you that you don't want to ever stop letting people know that you care And when you hear that word in their heart that they're looking for something, whether it's a business or whether it's an answer to a health problem, we really here at LifeWave have fantastic answer, and we can be proud of that. So I want to turn this now back over to Pete, and he's going to allow a number of people to share a little bit about where they're at and what they've been doing and how they've been growing their business, a little bit more about LifeWave. But I just really want to say a warm welcome on behalf of Pete and Karl and myself. And later on, we're going to be having Kai come in toward the end, if he can make it, and share a few words of wisdom. So stay tuned right to the end, because you're going to hear a few really great nuggets. All right, Pete, over to you. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Judy, and welcome everyone here for the first Tuesday of the month here, February 4th, for the Live Younger Success Team community. I want to start off by just saying how grateful I am for each and every one of you that are here today, that have taken the time out of your busy schedules to be on this call that happens just once a month, just the first Tuesday of the month. So we're back in Mexico. Hannah and I were excited. It's warm here, and had a lovely walk today, and it's 80 plus degrees, and I don't want to rub it in, but it sure is nice to be back in the tropics again. And I'm seeing some wonderful new faces in the room here. Lynette, hello. I've heard lots about you, so welcome to the call. And some of you maybe haven't met yet. I see Josie and Shirley Gross and Giselle, and I see some other names here that I haven't seen in the past. So my two guy Rob. I don't think I've seen you before, but welcome to the call. It's great to have you with us. And we just, of course, recently got off of the Punta Cana, Dominican Republic cruise, and the trip to Punta Cana, and or the cruise that we came off of, kind of the same group of people, influencers that Karl Krebs has been working with alongside Gregory and Kai Jacobson, and had a great time down in Vegas. Karl's going to be sharing a little about that, but there's lots of activity happening with some of these influencers that are coming in. So we're just having a great time. And one of the top, your goals, your why for 2025, because so many of us, we start off the new year, we've got great goals, we've got high anticipations, and we start at those goals, and sometimes we're really making progress, we're having great success. February rolls around, and all of a sudden we look and I'm not quite where I wanted to be. Anybody been there? I've sure been there. And sometimes our health gets in the way, and just circumstances and life gets in the way, and we don't quite hit our target. And it's in February, we really have to evaluate on track. Are you where you want to be, right? Upline, reach to your sponsor. If your sponsor is not available, go upline until you find somebody who has a vested interest in your success and is willing to just hear you out and help you with some basic strategies to really help you get back on track, or find that spot that you can really excel and move forward. And one of the things I think that's really, really important is when you have a new brand partner and you brought them in and they're joining, and they've come in at the core level or whatever. This is where I see many brand partners miss the mark a bit, rather than encouraging them to view the compensation plan and really understand the compensation plan, and to upgrade from core to the premium, or core to the advanced and into the premium. They're often taking advantage of buying huge amounts of product. I see that very consistently, and I go look at their rank and their core, and yet they just bought $500 or $1,000 worth of product. In my book, that's an error. And the reason I think it's an error, because you want to advance to the premium. The sooner the better, especially if you have product orders that you're needing to place. So that's something I want to remind people of, because I see it so consistently happen in the network. And as part of your goal, you want to hit the premium level in the compensation plan. And I'm going to ask Hannah or Carla to post the compensation plan breakdown. We posted it in the success team. It's one of the best introductions to the comp plan and the new packaging, because everything's outdated. If you see silver, gold, diamond in there, that's all outdated stuff. You don't want to be sharing that. You don't want to be using that, because that's just going to confuse your people. But with the new packages listed, this video that has been put out, it's just really done well. It's short, and it's a great one for you to familiarize yourself with and to share with your prospects. So if someone would be so kind and post that in the chat and copy and paste it for yourself, it's already in success team as well. But yeah, back to your goals and why you're here. Most of us have a very clear picture as to what we're doing in LifeWave, and we're excited, and we see people that are just crushing it and just building the business and making amazing things happen. There's so many of you that are really, really absolutely on fire and making it happen. And many of you attended the Vision 2025 event that just happened last weekend. We had a little house watching party here, and I know many others did as well. And maybe the Vision 2025 event didn't go 100% perfect, or as you may have expected or wanted from LifeWave. And there were some hiccups in there. They had an hour break all of a sudden. But you know what? All aside, the content, the information was amazing. We have taken and ripped the most important parts of Vision 2025 and put it into bite-sized pieces, and we're going to make these recordings available to everybody in the success team. So you can look forward to the clip that David Schmidt did, and some of the really pertinent ones, the really important ones that sometimes we need to go reflect back on, watch again if you didn't watch it or didn't catch all of it. We'll make that available, so it'll be really good. There was some great content there. I mean, David Schmidt talking about the water technology and the corporate office tours that LifeWave is opening up. There's so many exciting things that are happening, and the growth is phenomenal. I know Judy and I had a conversation today, and one of the things that's absolutely amazing for me to see is how close to maxed out we are in the LifeWave Success WhatsApp group. And what's going to happen here, and I don't know if WhatsApp has changed anything or not. The groups used to max out at 300. We're approaching that mark right now, and I'm going to have to dig into the group, and some of the people that are not active in the group at all or haven't been active in the group at all, I'm going to slowly have to start removing some people that have been there from the beginning and maybe aren't really paying attention to the group but occupying a seat in the house. So we'll do that, but don't worry, none of you guys have anything to worry about. We won't be removing anybody active in here. But yeah, I'm excited about many things. My sponsor, Kai Jacobson, is normally at the top of the call. He comes in, but due to his webinar, his Zoom with Bill Walsh, who he's been doing a lot of work with, he's in our organization. And it's just been amazing to, first of all, meet Bill Walsh and his Filipino wife, Carla, when we were on that cruise with Kai and Lynette. And it was amazing to see the caliber of people that are being drawn to LifeWave. And even today, my crypto guy, he's a big player out here. Just the fact that he expressed serious interest. We patched him, we put energy on him, and just the spark that comes, and just the excitement of, wow, like this is really a business, this is something you can actually do. Yes, in 88 countries around the world. So it's super exciting, and there's so much to look forward to. So I want to encourage you guys, if you feel that you're not quite hitting your target, your goal, reach up, go upline and find a mentor, find someone that you can work with. And you know, I know Judy's been getting bombarded with calls and lots of people from Crossline and all over the place. And you know, we all know Judy. She loves to share, she loves to give, but we're gonna have to put some kind of measure in place where Judy's not going around the clock answering everybody's questions. And we want to encourage you to go to your sponsor and in your upline director before you go to Judy, if you're not in Judy's direct line. So we love Judy, and just have to respect her time a little bit. So Judy might touch on that a little bit later as well. But I want to start off today with just introducing Lana. Lana is from Regina, Saskatchewan. We've heard from her before. And of course, I met her through a mutual friend here in Playa del Carmen. And he had been in LifeWave for quite a while and signed up in LifeWave. But all of a sudden, he introduced me to Lana, gave me her name. We tried meeting a year in advance and didn't work. And finally this summer, it finally worked and we connected. And Lana has absolutely been on fire. She's been doing some amazing things with LifeWave. She owns Body Fuel Organics in Regina and has just an incredible clientele and a huge outlet there. And people absolutely love this girl. And she sponsored Karen Halwas, who's with us here today as well. And we're going to be featuring, profiling both of these ladies today. And I'm going to start off with Lana. She's going to share some nuggets and some new people that she's been bringing into the business. And then after Lana, we're going to go to Karen Halwas. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So Lana, if you'd unmute yourself and join me in welcoming Lana. I won't even try to pronounce your last name. From maybe you can tell us what it is so that I don't muck it up here. And you take it away, Lana. I appreciate you.
Sure. Thanks, Pete. It's actually Van Dijk, so I throw everybody off by the spelling, but it's Dutch. This girl's German, but I'm married to a Dutch boy. So, yeah, you know what, Pete? It's been quite the journey. You know how things find you and you don't find things? That's sort of what happened. This was totally an answer to prayer for me. Um, I've been, yeah, we met in September, I think it was, or late August, early September. And at that time, I was nursing a sore shoulder, and the Eon became my first love, and the rest is sort of history from there. Um, I really encourage people who are new to dig into the technology. That's what intrigued me. I've been in the health food industry for 20 years now, and I've sold everything from magnesium spray to curcumin for pain and inflammation. And maybe you get results 3 weeks later, but you don't get results like you get with these patches. And that's something that was mind blowing for me. And what I've noticed is when people are in a state of dis-ease or discomfort, it's a full body reaction, and it really is difficult for us to think through dis-ease and discomfort. It's hard to make wise choices. It's hard not to be emotional. It's hard to carry on with life. And these patches have really become an amazing tool for people to be able to engage their bodies again and start thinking and doing things that are good for their health. And that's what I've found is when nothing else can work fast enough, these patches do the heavy lifting and they give people the boost that they need. And so I just encourage everyone to speak from their hearts. If you don't have a story yet, share someone else's story, because if you engage in the calls, there are so many great calls during the week. I wish I could be on every one of them, but you will learn something. You will hear a story. Something will resonate with your heart, and you just share that story. And until you have your own, and like you can borrow mine. I am migraine free for 3 months now, which is a huge life changer for me. They knocked me out at least a day and a half to 3 days every month, and I could work through them, but with a really foggy brain, and it wasn't very pleasant for anyone around me either. But I'm just so delighted that the X39 did that for me. The Eon healed up my shoulder, and now I'm using, oh gosh, the X39, the X49. I'm back at the gym. I'm pretending to be a 20-year-old again. I love the Alavita. Boy, that was a nice treat that I treated myself with the trio. So if you haven't treated yourself, do that. Um, I'm detoxing using the Renew, aka glutathione, and I'm just so excited what the patches can be doing. So um, last weekend before last, I was at a trade show, and I was there for business reasons, but of course, um, business reasons morphed into, does anybody want to hear about an amazing technology? And so I was able to find kinship with Joe Boston from Kipling, Saskatchewan. And I'm just so excited to have another team member on side who is just committed to growing. And she's a massage therapist, and I'm just so excited for her excitement. And she's going to borrow my story until she has one of her own, but she just got her patches this week, or actually maybe it was today. And Joe's on with us today. So that's what I have to share. I just want everybody to engage in the calls, share stories. Stories are what really they really do give an influence on what these patches can do and speak from your heart. And if you're heart driven, success will follow. And some days you have some good days and some days you have some bad days. Don't lose the momentum. Give yourself the grace, engage in a call, give someone a phone call, let them boost you up, and just put one foot in front of the other.
Thank you so much, Lana. You've been such an inspiration to even Hannah and myself from the very first moment that we met you, that we came up to your store in Regina, Saskatchewan. It was an instant fit. We knew right away that LifeWave and you were just meant to be, that this was a destiny. And from the very first patching party that we did for you, it was so obvious that you had some amazing connections and some amazing people that you surround yourself with. And we have one of those amazing people from your team with us here tonight. And of course, let's just mention real quickly that Lana advanced to manager so quickly when she joined LifeWave. It was just bang, she was manager. And then boom, she was director. And then she had brought Karen Halwas. She's here tonight, also from Regina, Saskatchewan. I don't know. Do you want to say a few words, Lana, about Karen?
Yeah,
Much better. Please introduce her and share a
I
little bit
would
about her.
love to. So Karen and I share a love of natural health together. I met Karen, oh gosh, probably over a year ago, and she's a very, very well-educated woman in the natural health field. And I was referring people to her right, left, and center because I recognize that Karen is one that cares deeply for others and really, really wants people to be in their best state of health and their best state of being them. When I found the patches, Karen's been my go-to. She's very intuitive. She patches amazing because of her intuition. She's just so good at finding the right spots for those patches. And I often, in fact, today we were just back and forth a little bit with where do you think for this pain? And she's so great. She is one that comes straight from the heart, and her success has been driven by her love of people and her care for people. And so we just click. I don't even know how you could describe it any better than that. We just click, and we both made a commitment to each other that we would pick each other up when we're down, and we would help each other along when we need that help along, and we would do things together. And it's like just been such a marriage from heaven between the two of us doing this partnership together. It's been so much fun. And I can't say any more about Karen that I could gush all over her all day long. So yeah, Karen, tell everybody how amazing you've been doing. I'd love for you to share your secrets because I think they're different than mine.
Well,
And I'd
thank
love
you
for you to turn
very
your camera on, Karen, if you
No,
could.
I'm upside down,
You're
Pete.
still upside
I
down?
can't figure it
You
out.
couldn't figure it out? That was so strange. All right. You
I
take it
know. I
away.
don't know what I couldn't even. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Just a glimpse
I'm
of your
not good on
upside
camera
downness?
because I'm upside down. Thank you for the kind words, Lana. I really appreciate that. And I'm just so grateful that you have introduced me to LifeWave because it has changed my whole world, my friends, my family, clients. It's really been just such a gift. And just to comment to Joe, I also am a massage therapist, and I literally patch all my clients before I massage them, and it's a completely different experience for them. And they just, they love the patches, they love the feeling, and that's where I do get a lot of my signups is literally doing that daily patching. So definitely patch your clients. I did write down a few, I guess, ideas or things that I am doing to continue with my business and promote product, the bundles and promotions. Stay familiar with all LifeWave products to confidently recommend solutions. Share personal experiences and testimonies, and stories they sell. It's the testimonies You know, we all want to be healthy and feel good. And when people hear those testimonies, it's hard to say no. You know, host patching parties, encourage upgrades, consistent follow-ups and relationship building. I don't get discouraged if family or friends don't want to join. My best leaders often come from unexpected places. Stay neutral and focus on well-being, not selling. Detach from the outcome and keep moving forward. Not everyone will be interested, and that's okay. I try and stay neutral and don't take rejection personally. If someone says, no, this isn't for me, I thank them, bless them, and move on. There are so many people still unaware of LifeWave, and it's just share, share, share. Be consistent and patient. Small daily actions compound over time, and momentum attracts success. So that's kind of what I've been, you know, applying to my business, and it's been working.
Well, you've been amazing, Karen. And one of the things I recognize from the very second patching party, I believe, where we rented that, or Lana rented that restaurant where we did the second patching party, and you had so many people that came out and that just resonated with you, and it was amazing to see how amazing you were with working with these people and the language and the respect that they have for you. Now, let's not forget how quickly you made the manager. It was just lightning quick, and then became a director so fast as well. And also a big congratulations to Karen and her husband, Kurt. Kurt, is that correct?
Kirk with a K, K-R-K.
Kurt with a K. They've
Yeah.
already earned the Punta Mita trip, all expenses paid. So very, very, very exciting. So yes, congratulations, Karen. It's so amazing. Hannah and I are going to spend some quality time with you down in Punta Mita. We're looking forward to that. So just
Thank
really
you very much.
appreciate you, Karen, and all that you've done. Any closing words of encouragement to the whole group here?
No, I just share, just, you know,
Yeah.
talk about LifeWave, talk about experiences. And actually, can I share a testimony?
Please do.
Yeah, okay. We had a patching presentation a couple weeks ago, and I had brought a guest, and she brought a guest. I didn't know him. And anyway, I know we're not able to say certain things here, but he had a situation that he ended up paralyzed on his right side. And it was 2 years that he had been in that state. And so I had patched him with IceWave, and we saw results with him immediately. Now, with him being paralyzed, he said he loves to cook. So he would cook with his, you know, left hand, and his right arm was paralyzed. And so he said that like he didn't realize, but he had actually put his arm on the stove and his arm was burning, and hadn't realized it. So we're talking like zero feeling in his arm. And so after I had patched him, let me backtrack just 1 second, but his hand was in a claw-like position. So he could pry his hand open, but it would retract right back into that claw form. And so I patched him with the IceWave, and within moments, we actually saw his hand relax. And a few minutes later, he kind of was, you know, he got a little bit emotional. He was chuckling a little bit. And I said to him, like, what's going on? What's happening? And his arm was resting on his lap, and he started to move his fingers. And he has not been able to, like, on his own, just the paralyzed hand, he started moving his 2 fingers. And like, it was literally a miracle. It was just, I had to stop the whole room and just acknowledge the there was about 20 people at this presentation, and it was a miracle. It was just incredible to watch this man who's been paralyzed for 2 years be able to move his fingers. So, and I talked to him, I think it was 2, 3 days later, and those fingers never ever retracted back into that claw.
Wow, that's amazing, Karen. What a
Yeah.
story that is.
Yeah.
So when Lana says, if you don't have a story, use someone else's. Here's a story you guys can all use with the people you're talking to, that this is someone that you met, someone that you know, someone that's part of our team that had this experience that's happening to. So that is incredible, Karen. So I really appreciate you sharing that. And all right, well, we got to move along here. We got quite a bit to cover yet. So thank you, Lana. Thank you, Karen, for that. And we're going to have some fun down in Punta Mita, Mexico. It's going to be a great time for sure. LifeWave has lots in store for us down there. And next, I want to move along here to Karl. Karl is pretty excited. We spent over an hour on the phone the other day, and he was down in Las Vegas, and we've heard from Karl many times. So, and he's got someone so bubbly in the room here that I had the pleasure of seeing and meeting here briefly, Lynette. But Karl, tell us the story. What's happening? What's exciting?
Well, in the efforts of time, I'm going to keep my remarks very brief. Vegas was a game changer, as sometimes shows are, and we were in a franchise show, gracious invitation of Bill Walsh to go there, and the results were very good. I want to touch on something that was said earlier. Disconnect from the results. That is a powerful statement. Your anxiety shows when you are anxious that for this person to join you. Disconnect from those results, and you'll have a much better presentation. I appreciate that. And also what Lana said, you may not have a testimony yet, but you have the opportunity to borrow other people's testimonies. So I'm going to move quickly in here. I want to ask Lynette and Cheryl to unmute themselves and join me here because Lynette is a rising star in our group, and she is in Terry Mundell's group. And I believe that's you, Cheryl, who are labeled as Terry. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I want to make sure. Okay, good. All right, good. Terry, or Cheryl, you can unmute yourself as well, because Lynette has been sharing the product. Before we get into this testimony, Lynette, I just want you to share in just a couple of minutes what you've been doing that has effectively brought people into our community, because you've got a rhythm going there and it's working. And I think some people are anxious to know how people get success early in this community. So in just a couple of minutes, can you share what you've been doing?
Well, actually, what happened is Terry kept sending me these little clips and videos and things, and so I would send them on to people I knew. And I'm well known in Victoria for a healing ministry, so I would just send them out to people I knew, and all of them have health issues. So I would just tell them my testimony. I would share my sister's testimony and Terry's testimony, and they just want it. They just want it, and it's just kind of I'm very excited because within 24 hours of putting on an X39 patch, I had results. Like the pain left. I had had a bad fall, and I also had a shoulder injury that I've had for 4 years, and I got results right away. So I felt like, wow, this is really going to help everybody. So I just can't help but share it everywhere I go.
So three things you're doing. I think you left one part out, and that is you offer a sample patch or two to some people. Is that correct? That's the third part of your 1, 2, 3 formula. You send out a video, you connect with them, you send them out, you offer them a sample patch, and it seems to just go from there.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, excellent. Well, you shared something with me, and I've asked through you, I asked Cheryl Mundell to come on because you shared something about what you've noticed in your sister. So for those of you that don't know, Lynette and Cheryl are sisters. Lynette, I want you to start off and tell me what you noticed in your sister, and then Cheryl, I want you to follow that up with a comment or two about what the patches have done for you. So Lynette, share what you observed about Cheryl.
Well, when we do, I make her FaceTime me all the time because I want to see her because we live in different provinces. But what I noticed was her face was brighter, her eyes were brighter, and she just looked more alive than I've seen her probably in long, long time. She just looked amazing to me. Yeah.
Wonderful. Cheryl, we want to hear from you what the patches have done for you. The mic is yours.
Hi, yes. We've only been on it about 2 months, and I had a lot of medical problems. And my biggest thing for me is that I was able to get up quickly from my recliner and just walk away with no pain or discomfort. And that was major for me. I also have found that my shaking has gotten decreased immensely. And there's just been so many things that the X39 has done for me that it's just amazing for how better I feel.
And when this technology impacts you in a personal way, it's just natural to want to share it with loved ones, friends, those you know that are suffering. Truly, it's a gift. And caring is sharing. We had a doctor say that a few months ago on a call. It never left me. If we truly care about people, we want to share this with them. And I think what you've been doing, Lynette and Cheryl, wonderful to see this testimony. We had another testimony planned here, but she wasn't able to join us. Is that correct, Lynette? We didn't get Kathy on, did we?
No, we did get her on, but I don't know
Okay.
if she's up to it.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to pass this over, but I just want to say that we have what people are looking for, and it's incumbent on us to use our words. As Gregory often says, the patches can do a lot of things, but we are still the voice of the patches. And when we start to speak, share our testimonies, and simply offer an invitation to, as Lana said earlier, she was just at a conference. She says, "You want to hear about some amazing technology?" And that is a statement that how many people are going to say no, thank you, not interested? It's just that easy to share the product. So I'm going to turn this back over to Judy. Lynette, Cheryl, thank you for sharing your testimonies, and thank you for being a part of our community. And I want to give one more shout out to Lynette. One more, just one more, and we're going to have a new manager in this group.
Whoa.
So let's get that done, Lynette.
I'm trying.
Congratulations, Lynette.
Great. Good to hear all these wonderful testimonies. That's great. In the interest of time, I think to move over to our illustrious leader, Kai Jacobson, who has just joined us. And he sponsored Pete, and Pete sponsored me, and the rest is history here. And look at the great big group that we've got on tonight. So thanks for joining us, Kai, after you just came off of another call.
Well, thank you so much, Judy. And I'm sorry I haven't heard everything that's been said, but I was double booked tonight. I was on a call with Bill Walsh, who's kind of my mentor and teacher, who actually came into our business. He came in as a premier package, and he's been building. And he's a great teacher. He's a kind of like a Tony Robbins a little bit. He leads entrepreneurs at a very high level. And I wanted to share what he shared tonight with us. What he said was, and this is, I think, really important. I know a lot of folks are from Canada here, and we're not very popular right now in the United States. But please, it's not us that was creating problems around tariffs and things like that. And I'm glad that they're not happening at this point in time. But Trump is a very interesting character. And according to Bill, he's going to be very good for business, for everybody. It's just going to be a very, very good environment for, we are, a U.S. company and LifeWave. And it's just having Robert Kennedy possibly being, head of the FDA and all the things around our health is just going to make this next 4 years an incredible time to rocket your business in LifeWave. There will never be a better time for alternative health and for small businesses to really thrive. And what Bill's message was, this is the time to make hay. And And he said the most powerful way you do it, don't think about expanding your business. Think about, what was the word he used? It was basically exploding it. It wasn't just to grow your business. It was to bring it up to to 10x it, to take it to a whole nother level. I forget the word he used, but the thing is, the opportunity right now in this timing that's in the political environment and in the small businesses and the ease that it's going to be and the grace that we're going to have. He said the most important thing you can do is find strategic alliances. And you should write this down, everybody. You should find strategic alliances. And you want to find partners that you can collaborate, because you can build your business so much faster if you collaborate with good people that have networks already in place, as opposed to trying to recruit one person at a time or find one customer at a time. If you do that, you will grow your business. But next 4 years is an opportunity to explode your business and to literally take it to a whole nother level. And that's going to happen fastest and easiest by collaboration. So go through all the people that everyone that you think would be maybe powerful people to collaborate with, that already are in business and do things that somehow LifeWave and between our patches and the water products coming and our business opportunity, that somehow you can help them with their business in a collaboration where they can help your business. And there's so many ways that can happen. And then once you've made that list, then go out onto the internet and look for thought leaders and people like someone brought in Michael Jaco. Michael Jaco has won the last 2 years. He's been the guy who got up on the stage in LifeWave with the most distributors. He signs up almost 200 people a month. Every month he signs up 200 new people. Could you imagine bringing somebody in that has that scope? He has over 1 million followers. He's a Navy SEAL. He loves the X39 and the patches. And the person that signed him up has the #1 recruiter in the company through a collaboration. He needed help managing all the people coming in. He didn't want to sign up everybody and do the nitpicky signing up. He wanted to promote and then have a team follow up with everybody. So there's different ways that you can create win-win situations. And so I'd like to invite you to consider not just going through your Rolodex, your contacts, but think outside of the box. Think really big. I mean, I just talked to Sir Kaya, who is another man that just joined this team today, who's a major thought leader and major trainer. He'll probably see some trainings with him. He's going to be part of Pete's group. And he mentioned a few. He said the #1 person in alternative health and the biggest following and everything. I'd never even heard the person. I don't remember the name right now. I'm going to go back to him. But there are so many people that you could, through some research, find and think of areas that they're working in that you could collaborate with. In some way you could serve them. The conversation needs to start with how you can help them with what they're doing. And then it comes back into why they would want to help you. And so find ways that you can help these people succeed. Sorry about that. With their doing. And so he said the #1 way that you can explode your business is through strategic collaborations. So start really thinking about that, asking a lot of questions around that, and exploring and think outside the box and find these thought leaders, because just 1 or 2 of them in your business will take you light years expanding your business, as opposed to onesies and twosies at a time, which takes a long time. Because when you bring in somebody like that, all of a sudden you have 10,000 people in your business within a year, literally.
Hey, Kai,
Anyway, that's
I would
what I
love
have
for
to
you
share.
to. I would love for you to repeat the line you said. Write down. I started to write it down, and you said, "As you build your business, we'll find strategic alliances." Or what was the exact phrase that you wrote?
Strategic alliances and collaborations.
Alliance and collaboration. That's what I forgot. So
The strategic alliances means that you find partners that you can serve and help them do what they're doing, by what things LifeWave has to offer and what you might personally have to offer. Like, I'll give you another example. There was a woman, Dr. Martina, that's in our group that went on the marketers cruise that we just got off of, who is a lawyer. She's a doctor of law, actually, not of medicine. And she met a man who is walking across Africa. He's walking across Africa to bring awareness to making wells for people that they can have drinking water. And he's really inspired. He's a very wealthy man. He's just doing this out of service, and he has a company that builds wells now for people that just don't have water in Africa. And he's going to service in the next 2 years. He hopes to build enough wells to serve 500,000 people having fresh drinking water. That's his goal. And I think he'll achieve it. And so she said she wanted to bring him into the company. And the way that she did it, and this is a very powerful guy, and he's going to be wearing LifeWave patches on this walk for bringing water to poor people around Africa. And a large number of them. He's already built hundreds of these wells. It's not like it's just starting. He's done this, and now he's decided to take it to another level. And she said, how can I serve you? What can I do to help you with your vision? And he said, well, I would like to raise $500,000 to bring more awareness to this walk that I'm doing. And she spent last summer doing cruises on these special ships. There were sailing cruises with like 30, 40 people, not a big cruise ship, small sail ship flotilla, as they call them. And they're in Croatia. They're over in Slovenia and Croatia over in Europe. And she's putting together a program where if you bring enough people on these cruises, like, you get it for half price, and they get it you can sell it for the same full price. And she thinks she can raise $500,000 for his thing. And she's putting together a whole program for this just because she wants to serve this charity that he's creating. And then he got so excited about it, he really wanted to do the patches. And then we have a water machine coming out. So she's created a strategic alliance with a guy that is going to probably touch tens of thousands of people's lives and get a lot of awareness walking with our patches. And because she found a way to help and serve him from just the goodness of her heart, but it was a collaboration and strategic alliance. And I just invite everyone to think of creative ways, whether you love animals, you love people, you love things about your church or your spirituality, or you love racing cars, or whatever it is that you love. Find what you're passionate about and ways that you can infiltrate into the leaders of those things that you resonate with, your group. I know Karl's been wanting to really go for the truckers, so stay in your lane of the people, your kindred spirits, the people that are akin and like you, kindred spirits, and find ways that you can create collaborative, strategic alliances that will massively explode your business because of the goodwill and win-win situation that you can create in this world. That's what I'd like to share tonight. It's a little different message.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Kai. I really appreciate you taking the time to come on here and address us and share that 35,000-foot view, as you always do, my friend. And let's face it, none of us would be here if it wasn't for your persistence when you reached out to me, and I kept rejecting you in the beginning, and no time. You're going to have prospects like that too. They're going to say no time. They're going to say no, K-N-O-W. But keep in mind, they're saying K-N-O-W. They're not saying N-O. So I'll turn it back to Judy for closing words. Again, I want to thank everyone here and those on the replay here. Appreciate you tuning in as well. And it's just wonderful to have you with us, and consider getting back to the person that shared this video link with you. Ask them for their liveyounger.com link. That's coming up. Robert and Gregory have something amazing they're going to share with all of us very soon. Your very own personalized Live Younger link. It's going to be amazing. So get back with the person that shared this with you. Judy, to you for closing words. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, great. Thanks so much, everybody, for coming. Wow, hasn't this been a great call? And it's just been jam-packed with all kinds of words of wisdom. We just want to go forward and multiply and share our hearts and be strategic, as Kai has said. And thank you so much for all of you for coming. We look forward to seeing you next month, the first Tuesday of the month. Be sure that during the calls, you always are checking the chat, because there's all kinds of good things being said and links being shared, and summaries of what people are saying on that chat. So make sure that you take a look at that chat each time that we gather. Well, with all of that said, thank you so much again for being with us. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your month. Until next time, take care. God bless.